for this dish, I'm going to cut the scallop in half.
Here, let me wipe this up for you so you have a clean
Sure.
surface there.
Sure.
Okay.
Let me see that one more time.
Here.
I'll just clean this knife.
Let's explain the difference between sea scallops, bay scallops, and waterlogged scallops.
Okay. All right. Sea scallops are, it's exactly kind of, I think there are dozens and dozens of types of scallops around the world, but on the Atlantic and New England, the commercial scallops we catch are almost all sea scallops. And they're the same species, and they're called different names graded by size. But the bay scallops are, sometimes they call them Nantucket Bay scallops. Those are another species. They're the candy of the ocean. They're only available in the winter months. These scallops are, I'm going to put just a drop of olive oil in them, are caught anywhere from the tip of North Carolina all the way up to Nova Scotia. So, and I'm going to just warm the garlic in here.
So you're going to keep the treatment of this very simple because once you have really fresh fish, you really shouldn't do too much to it, right?
No. I'm putting a little crushed red just to give it a little bit of spice.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, these scallops are so beautiful, you could just shuck them like I just did, eat them raw, and just squeeze a little lemon, olive oil, salt, and pepper, and that's almost good enough. Turn it off.
It's hard to,
I just wanted to just sweat it a little bit.
Right, because we're going to bake in the oven.
We are.
Yeah, all right.
And, okay, so now let me get the mixing bowl. I have it right
Here's
down
a
here.
mixing bowl for you.
Okay, and we're going to take the diced pepper. I'm just going to put it in here, and that'll cool these off right away.
Okay.
Could I have your wooden spoon? Yeah, that'll just stop the cooking. The idea is not to brown the garlic, but just to give it a head start. I'll take these breadcrumbs. Now, these were diced, and diced into a really small dice. If you were really lazy, you could just substitute crumbs.
Yeah.
But this makes it so much lighter. And the trick to dicing bread is to freeze it first.
That's a good idea.
And then it's very easy to dice.
Good idea.
If you try to do it without freezing it. So the crumbs, that'll be part of the topping.
And you want to use really good bread for that.
I chopped fresh chives and parsley. I'm putting that in there.
Yeah.
And then these are almonds that we toasted just lightly for about 8 minutes and coarsely chopped. So almonds.
Would you like a spoon?
Yep. And now I'm going to just drop this mixture.
Very simple.
Into there. Very simple.
Yep.
A little bit of salt. And a little bit of black pepper too.
Now, would you serve this in in one of your restaurants?
Yeah, in fact, this we've been doing this. Of course, I made this recipe just especially for you.
Of course.
I did.
Thank you.
I did. And
more olive oil.
It does need more olive oil.
But other than that, very good. The pepper is good with that.
And you think that's the right amount of salt?
I do. Would you ever put lemon in with that?
At the end.
Oh, at the end. Okay.
Because it'll make it soggy at this point.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so we have we have the scallops set up now. Okay, so these scallops are not that easy to find, and lots of the viewers won't be able to find them.
Right. So
one of the reasons I cut the scallops in half is so the timing of the recipe will work for a smaller scallop that most people will find in the fish markets.
So if they just buy
regular scallops, clean the strap off, put them in a casserole, a small individual casserole or a large one, make the topping, and the recipe will work exactly the same.
Beautiful.
So for this, can I have a little bigger spoon?
This one here?
Works. Yep.
Okay, here. Yep.
Just put a little bit on top of each one and spread it. And I try to be careful not to get it all over the sides. So, and actually give them a little wipe before you put them in the oven, because whatever you drip the olive oil, it'll on the shell it'll come out as a little black mark, a little burn mark.
How long are you going to bake these for?
Only for about 12 minutes. And like with all seafood, a good way to think about it is, if it's good to eat raw, you can't really mess it up unless you overcook it.
Right.
So you can't really undercook them. Mm-hmm. I mean, these scallops will be delicious, just warm.
Gosh, they look, don't they look succulent? They look wonderful.
All right, so now I'm just going to give them a little wipe on the edges, and then we'll pop them right into the oven.
All right, so 350 oven?
About 350, 375.
Okay.
And that one's clean. That one needs a little bit of love.
Looks good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And it's that simple.
Hey, what's not to like about those?